Teleport through the forest. Beastman! Oh, now you want a free non-aggression pact. Yeah, that's fine. I will accept a free non-aggression. Alright. Let's go take care of these Humies once and for all, shall we? To battle! Once more into the breach, my dear friends. Not enough blood for the blood god. Yes. It was definitely Khorne, because Khorne is the one with the shortest, you know, the quickest one to anger, surely. Although Slanesh can be quite quick to anger too. There is that. Alright. Malagor is the doom of mankind personified. He's a figure of nightmare across the entire Great Forest, revered by the beastmen, but feared above all by superstitious humans. And he is now at the gates of Bearsburg, the final bastion of Hochland. And it is here that they will meet their doom. Once it loads in, then they will meet their doom. I'm sure we'll get there at some point. There we go. Start deployment, that's fine, that's fine. It's pretty interesting that the legendary Malagor knows less spells than the normal mage. I know it's based on levels and stuff, but it's still a pretty interesting thought. It's like, here you have the legendary Malagor. He's so smart he knows one spell. Here you have his right hand wizard, a ordinary wizard, who basically knows the entire lore, but other than that, he is ordinary. Alright. And again, they're coming from the other side. I thought I'd positioned them behind the main army. Well, shit. You know what? Maybe it's a good idea to attack from both sides. Who knows, it actually works. Especially with all these hounds there. Oh, I haven't seen the Minotaurs with shields yet. What do they look like? Let me get a closer look at these. Oh, they do have shields. They are Minotaurs. Look a bit orcish shields, but then again, beastmen are also a primitive race. I mean, so the similarities in design are explainable. Man, if only dogs could tear down gates. I'm saying they can't, but they can actually start gnawing at the gates. It actually does damage. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does damage. Nice. Now, one Minotaur has a shield with half a human crucified on it. What? Oh. Yeah. Now that you're saying that, and oh my god, this guy's got. Oh, it looked for a second that the head was removed and there was a spear in place, but still though, not something you wanna meet in a. I wanted to say in a dark alley, but it's not something you want to meet in an alley. Either way, I guess. Even during broad daylight. Yeah, defend your homes all you want. But the crucified humans are here. We carry crucified humans. Fear us. Alright, let's see what's on the square. Whilst they are fighting for the walls. Yeah, they also have shields. They have a wall. Is it just me or human shield? Yeah, I think one of the Minotaurs once heard this colleague going like, I've heard humans talk about human shields, but and he took it literally or something. Yeah, this is more Viking style, I think. Like the Minotaurs with shields more have like orcish style shields, whilst the non-Minotaurs with shields kind of have like a Viking style shield or something. I don't know. In any case, let's charge him from the rear, shall we? Charge! Here is the Centigore charge. You know, eventually. There we go. No! No! And here comes the Minotaur charge. And in comes the Gorble. Let me have some of the fun. Insert Ludi right here. That is a possibility, yes. Hey Skash, how you doing, sir? Oh, they're just fleeing into it. Yikes. Surely there's got to be a Wilhelm scream somewhere in there. All the wahs and the ahs. Alright, this is the end of Hochland. And possibly the end of the campaign. Maybe. Maybe? I don't know. No, Boris is still walking around. He's not in a wounded state. Ah! Shucks. Quality of life for humans hit the wall actually makes dust cloud and even affects the wall's bricks too. Yeah, CA said in a developer video thing that they deliberately added more dust clouds to cover up effects, which kind of sucks. But like when siege weapons in this game break down walls, not that I've seen a lot of it, but because you usually don't use siege weapons, you use siege towers. But when siege weapons in this game break down walls, like cannons and stuff, and they shoot and they break down walls, they actually just cover it up with dust, which kind of sucks, because they just throw out a big dust cloud instead of showing you the crumbling of the wall, which kind of sucks. But they said that was because the engine and stuff. I don't know why. Just got over it. You still playing? Yes, I've played a few matches in the now released version actually. I've got my Chaos Marine, and I've been playing some battles and some Tyrannid layers. It's a cool game. Oh, and we need to raid some more. Wait, what? Hochland isn't dead yet? Where the heck? Why isn't Hochland dead yet? Come on. Not paying $39.99 for it? Yeah, in this state it's not worth that amount of money, surely. And the game is suffering from too few players actually playing it. Oh, now you want a peace treaty? Yeah, I accept. That's fine. To be fair, the game isn't really really worth that amount of money at this time. How the hell? So their agents can annoy you some more. Yeah, if they're still alive, the agents can annoy me some more. But how the hell are they still alive? That's something I don't get. They're dead, right? Their towns are destroyed. Wait, what? You cannot negotiate with this faction. I'm going to assume that they have 0 provinces and that this army... To book maiden tickets? Nice! I'm going to assume that this army is gonna wither and die. Might be a wrong assumption, but... We're marching... onto Boris's faction to get some more raid income. And that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely not.
Oh, you're going to send an army to stop us? Oh, faction destroyed Hochland. Excellent. Okay. So the only thing left to do is get raiding and destroy Boris himself. You are not Boris, so I'm going to ignore you. You're not Boris, so I'm just going to ignore you. Are you Boris? Brave Shaman's magic. Into the heart of the dark. One of your brave shamans, one of some renown, wishes to leave the herd and make a journey into the heart of the dark. Allow it or forbid it? I forbid it. Who needs chaos corruption? Are you Boris?
I'll ignore that.
There he is! With his damn steam tank. We're going to kick the heck out of him. Your stupid steam tank cannot save you now, Boris. As we appear out of the forests. Poof. Poof. We're just gonna teleport. Oh yeah, you're engaging us. Oh, because you've got lightning strike. I see. I see. Well, Mr. Tallbringer, bring it on. Bring it on, I say. Mr. Tallbringer. And if this warherd doesn't kill you, Kazrak will. But I think this warherd is gonna kill you. The Battle of Untergard. Nowhere to run. As this is a beast path battle. Which means amazing scenery. Guys, if you haven't seen the scenery during a beast path battle, it's so cool. Also treating myself to a ribeye steak cooked to perfection. To perfection, I might say. Excellent, Skash, excellent. Superb. Glad you enjoyed it. Master of the Court. Alright, look at... For those of you who haven't seen a Beast Path map before, look at this. Just... Isn't this amazing? Like, look at this map design. Yeah, there's some gloomy water. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Alright. Front line's gonna be the front line. Not a whole lot of surprise there. And we're gonna have to group up the whole army again at the start, because I want to move as one. As Russell Crowe so famously once said, as one. Because the steam tank is gonna shoot at us. I believe they also had a mortar. How cool is this map design, guys? And they have a Luminarch, which is another siege weapon with a long range. It shoots lasers, beams of light, actually, but. Ow. Wait, they're charging? With their Outriders? What? Alright, hold up. Can you spawn a Cygor? Yes, you can. Will you please spawn a Cygor? That's the entirety of the magic reserve, but oh well. Can you please charge forwards? And then U-Dog. Charge the Luminarch, U-Dog. Charge the Mortar and U-Dog. Charge the Steam Tank. Charge! Oh! There is Boris himself. Yeah, just start throwing some rocks at them. Kill it, Luminarch. Come on. Oh yeah, the map ends there, guys. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. Boris won't escape this time. He's already running for his life. Do I have a non-area of effects? Augment self. Ah, it's all area of effect, right? Yeah. That's crap. So we can't spell him to death. Oh, that hit though. From that rock. The steam tank is gonna be a pain to get rid of though. Just because if you throw magic at it, it means we'll be damaging our own troops as well. Nice. There goes Boris, which means that is another objective of our campaign done. All we gotta do now is sit for a few turns and loot. Until we reach the looting goal. Use race cream so you don't hit your own troops. No, I don't think so. I am. Just have to surround the steam tank and kill him. I guess. Oh, here comes the Cygor. He wants the piece of the steam tank. He just smashes everyone aside. Oh, there goes Malagor the Nightmare. Oh, ow. He was flying across the battlefield. Nightmare himself. There we go. Boom. Crash. And that was the end of Boris. Now all we gotta do is sit tight, rake in the cash from some raiding, and we're done, I guess. As far as I'm aware, that's the plan. Ah, the mortar wasn't even the most dangerous one. It was the steam tank. Even the Luminarch had more kills. Even Boris had more kills than the mortar. Wow. And the wizard had 1 kill exactly. Nice. That which is sacrosanct I shall preserve. That which is sublime I will protect. That which threatens I will destroy. For my holy wrath will know no bounds. A very violent Grail vow there. More losses than them, but with a steam tank, stuff like a steam tank in that, that's to be expected. It's in a shoddy state, but we don't really have to seek out fights anymore. To be fair. Because Boris is dead. As far as I'm aware. Yes, when one falls, please. Now the only thing that we have to do is sit tight for a few turns. With 800 from this province. And what we're going to do is we're going to move... Wait. Ooh, boat 700. That's even better. Yeah. Boat just 700. So it's 1k per turn, so that means we need to sit tight for about 10-ish turns. Yeah, with the revival of the moon, when one falls, we can take the assaults, no problem. Gortusks, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter anymore at this point. Cancer gains another rank. The only thing that matters is if Boris respawns, then we'll have to hunt him down again to end the campaign. Other than that, we're just looting. Oh! Woohoo! And all of a sudden, skaboom, skavash, skaboom kadash. There you go. Kazrak the One Eye. Ladies and gentlemen, Eye for an Eye has been finished. Eye for an Eye has finished. Here you see the remaining campaign movements. Or not the remaining ones, but from turn 1 onwards, you can see all the events scrolling down from the side here, and how the map changes those events. As you can see, we went down south and started mopping up places. First attacking the Cult of Sigma, because that is the opposition that you get at the start of the campaign. And then slowly working our way north over to some faction. I can't remember which faction. I think it was Boris's faction. That sort of darkish, grayish, bluish color. Which we're moving into there. Taking out some settlements here and there. Then we wanted to destroy the Cult of Sigma, as that was a campaign objective. All of a sudden we discover Hockland, but we're still moving over it. We're going over to the left, to the east, to clear out the yellow guys. Marienburg, I believe, were the yellow guys. But yeah, clearing out Marienburg and then moving back to the right again to clear out Hockland and stuff. And there you go. That is, or that was, should I say, an eye for an eye. The downloadable content. I wanted to say that's the newest downloadable content of the game, but it's not. By the time I completed this, a new downloadable content has come out, The Grim and the Grave, which I have been playing off stream, but yeah, we're laying this game on the side for just a bit as we move into Civilization 5 for the next couple of streams to prepare ourselves for the coming of Civilization 6. What does Chaos Corruption actually do? Chaos Corruption, okay, so in the Grand Campaign where vampires are a thing, there is a corruption meter. And there are three forces, so to speak, fighting for that corruption. There's the no corruption, which isn't actually a meter, but it just lowers the overall corruption. There's vampiric corruption, and there's chaotic corruption, or chaos corruption. And if vampire and chaos characters are in the neighborhood, or specific buildings, or in the neighborhood of a city, it raises vampiric and chaos corruption. One at the expense of the other. So if chaos corruption is higher, then vampiric corruption will suffer, and the other, vice versa. And vampiric corruption and chaos corruption, they both do the same thing. They cause attrition. If you hit a certain level of chaos or vampiric corruption, they will cause attrition to non-vampiric or non-chaotic armies. So if chaos corruption hits a certain level and vampires march through, they will get attrition. If vampiric corruption hits a certain level and chaos armies march through, they will get attrition. And other races are just really shafted because orcs or empire, if a corruption hits a certain level, they just run through. They cause attrition. They get attrition. That's one effect. The second effect of it is that if any corruption hits 100%, if it's chaos corruption, it will spawn a chaos rebel stack. If it's vampiric corruption, it will spawn a vampire rebel stack. So the moment either corruption hits 100%, a rebel stack will spawn and attack the settlement. Well, it will stand there. It will act like any other rebel stack in previous Total Wars. It will stand there. It will build up its forces. It will spawn with like 3 or 4 units. It will build up its forces, and then once it goes by unchallenged, will raid the province and will attack the city of the province. I think. I haven't had rebels stand out or stand up for that long, so I don't know what they're actually doing when they go unchallenged for that long, but I'm pretty sure, or I have seen them raid the province at least. If they get a full stack, they might attempt to assault the province's city. So short version of it is, you don't want the corruption to go high unless you're either vampiric or chaotic. Then you want the corruption to go high. So basically, bother non-corruption people by harassment. But it's too inefficient for this DLC. Yes, because Beastmen, as you might have noticed by watching the stream, Beastmen don't sit in their cities and build buildings. They go they destroy a city or they raid its province, and they move on. So why would you sit down and wait for Chaos Corruption to rise up to get a Chaos Rebellion if you don't want to sit? You don't want to sit still as Beastman. As Beastman, you want to go to a city, come in, raid its riches, destroy the city, you know, and then move on to the next province. So sitting down and actually getting Chaos Corruption to go up is detrimental to the Beastman. For most of this campaign, I was making a lot. At the end, it was okay, because I had like, 50k or something. But for most of this campaign, especially at the start, you're making a loss. The moment you sit still at the start of the campaign, you're done, because you make a loss. Your troops will drain your treasury. Your troops are sitting there. They've got the orcish mechanic of infighting. Like if they are at peace for too long, they will fight amongst themselves and they will cause attrition amongst themselves. So you just want to move on. You want to move on. Which means Chaos Corruption doesn't really do anything for Beastmen, because you just want to move on. You want to go to the province, loot this place if you cannot kill them, or destroy the cities if you can, and move on. That's why Chaos Corruption isn't... And so far all factions work this way that have Chaos Corruption. Vampires have cities, so Vampire Corruption could work, could be beneficial. But all Chaos factions, both the Warriors of Chaos and the Beastmen, all Chaos factions currently in the game work this way. You want to go in, you want to destroy the city or loot the place, and move out. That's how they all work. So Chaos Corruption, not really a thing. Only Chaos Corruption value would be against several armies at a time. Chaos Corruption doesn't affect armies. It affects cities. There was no real downside to picking the plus chaos and plus research speed. Oh, you mean in the research tree? Yeah. Besides money, yeah. It's an instant research that increases your research speed, but it costs a ton of money. And of course, at the stage in the campaign where I started this stream, I had like a shit ton of money, and I could easily afford it. I didn't see the need for it, but I could easily afford it. But at the start of the campaign, you can't. Like, Beastmen are a snowball faction, as are Warriors of Chaos. They're both snowball factions. Like, this stream that took place at the end of the campaign, a campaign that was going well, is such a different experience with the Beastmen and the Chaos as a start of the campaign, or a campaign that isn't going well. Because they just snowball into strength, which means that at the start, you're having a really, really tough time. I was surprised I didn't have to restart this. I've played some main campaign Beastmen, and I've had to restart several times because of a single mistake. Both Beastmen and Chaos are really, really fragile at the start, but can become extremely powerful, as we saw at the end of this campaign. And even then I had to really pick my battles and make sure I didn't overextend. It's that constant struggle of, do I want to move on and overextend, or do I want to sit just 1 or 2 turns so I can camp up and regroup? Because of their slow replenishment rate. Not taking into consideration that moon event that gives you like a shit ton of replenishment, or even instant replenishment on all units. Their standard replenishment rate, even when encamped, is like half, maybe a slightly more than half slower than regular races. Especially when playing vampire accounts who have like this really fast
replenishment rate. It's a yeah, agents are, but that's a Total War thing. That's not a Warhammer Total War thing. That's a Total War thing. AI just spams agents and trains them. So at the start of a Total War game, at the start of a brand new Total War campaign, you basically have two options. Either you go with the AI and you spam your own agents and you train them, or you just let it happen. There is not much in between there that you can do. And since Beastmen get their agents up really late, as well as Chaos, because they're a Horde faction, so they can't really get their agent buildings up really quickly, because their build-up is so slow because of the population growth and the need to kill cities to get population growth and all that stuff. So you can't get your agents quick. So the only real choice for Beastmen and Chaos Warriors is to just suffer through it. Unless I'm missing something, because I'm not an expert at this game. I might be missing something. They might have some hidden mechanic that works well against agents. I have no idea, but so far I haven't found it yet. And yeah, you just have to suffer through it. It's a thing. Not much else I can say about that, really. But if you're playing a settled faction, like the Empire, the Orcs, the Dwarves, all that stuff, you can choose to recruit with the AI. So start pumping out your own agents and training them, but I don't know. Even with a settled faction, I usually just suffer through it, because it's... I don't know. I found it to be quite a chore to get up with their agents. Let's be serious. I have no idea, JMO, whether they have that or not. But assassination is not the problem. It's the assault units problem, and that is a ability that is just way too powerful. I'm just gonna say it, because it's not the assassinations that are the problem, because assassinations are rarely used by the AI. They just follow that train of agents who can all assault units once, and one assault unit is already like a chunk of your army. Couple that with the fact that the Beastmen have a low natural replenishment rate, except when moon events pop up. It's not the assassinations I'm too worried about. Hey MRC, welcome. It isn't really worth it on Chaos, but it's really worth it on VC or Empire to get the campaign over quicker. I haven't tried it yet, MRC, to do it with a settled faction. I might start a campaign with a settled faction, just with the goal to see if I can keep up with the AI agent spam, but I don't know. Perhaps. But, ladies and gentlemen, oh my god! Unlocked Boris Topbringer. As you completed the Eye for an Eye campaign, Boris Topbringer has been unlocked for use in both single player and multiplayer battles. Awesome! Moon events aren't random, Sir JMO. There's a small counter at the top of the screen with a moon, and it has a moon cycle. It's like every 7 turns or something. You get to... It's a random in which choice you get, but you can't predict when they come, pretty much. There's like a moon cycle counter at the top of the interface, which is pretty neat. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been it for me today. Got a busy work day tomorrow, so I'll be signing off for now. Thank you all so much for coming along, watching. It's good to see you guys again. It's good to see some action in this channel again. Really, really excited. Or really exciting, I should say. Really enjoying myself once again on the Twitches. Nice comeback I'm just gonna ignore what happened at the start with the whole Twitch crash. It's fine. The rest of the cast was amazing, and that's obviously because of you guys, because you make this cast super cool. That's the reason why I stream on Twitch. It's because of that chat box right there. If the chat box wasn't there, I wouldn't stream. It's that simple. Yeah, this has been another episode, and this is the end of Warhammer Total War for now. For those who have missed announcements, I am going to be streaming every Wednesday evening from now on in October, which means that's let me pull out the calendar. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4. That's 5, because the first Wednesday of November I can still stream. Then the new schedule hasn't arrived yet. So 5 Wednesday evenings in a row from now on. I didn't count this one, did I? I didn't count this one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the coming 5 Wednesdays I will be streaming. The coming 5 Wednesday evenings I will be streaming on Wednesday evening on this channel at this time. So if you want to swing by and check that out, it would be awesome. We're going to be streaming Civilization 5 for the next few streams. The reason for that is, of course, the release of Civilization 6 right around the corner, 21st of October. So we'll be streaming Civilization 5 for the next Wednesdays. I'm sure I cannot get an entire game of Civilization 5 done within these few Wednesdays, but we're going to see how far we can get. Yeah, when Civilization 6 releases, I will be doing a special stream on Monday the 23rd, if everything can go as planned. It's a fall holiday at my school that week, at the school that I work at. So hopefully I can get a Monday stream in for the entire day. The plan is to start at 10 a.m. In the morning, so those that are in America can check out this stream. I do have some viewers from America that can't come at this time, so I'll be starting Monday the 23rd at 10 a.m. If everything goes well, I'll keep you guys posted. And the idea is to go until 5-ish, so about 7 hours or something, and then I will go away for about an hour to an hour and a half to eat my dinner in peace, have a rest, and then I come back for an evening part of the stream until about this time, and I'll be playing Civilization 6 for that entire time. So October the 23rd on Monday, which is coincidentally also my celebration of my birthday on Twitch, I will be streaming Civ 6 on my birthday on Twitch. It's my birthday is the 22nd, but that will be my Twitch birthday date, because the 22nd is reserved for friends and family in real life, of course. But yeah, Monday the 23rd, Civilization 6 on my Twitch birthday, the entire day. That's the plan. I hope I can get that through with work. We'll have to see, but that is the plan. And other than that, Wednesday evenings, Civilization 5, and Friday evenings, Crusader Kings 2 with Bookfish. That's it. That's what's going on. That's it. One more surprise announcement. Now I'm not so sure, but I think next week Friday I might have a surprise in store for you guys. Next week Friday I might have a surprise in store, so keep your eyes peeled. You want to be here on this channel. If everything goes as I think it goes, you want to be on this channel next week Friday evening. because it is going to be amazing. We're going to put Crusader Kings 2 on the side for one cast, and we're going to play the alpha of a new game that can be streamed. Yep, next week Friday, alpha of a new game that can be streamed. There you go, there you go. That's a surprise. I'm not gonna say anything more. That's a surprise. You should see for yourself. But that's it for me for real. I've done all the announcements. I've said my goodbyes. I've said my thanks. Once again, I of course always end on the awesome comment of you guys. Thank you all so much for watching and being here, being a part of this. Glad to be back. It feels good to be back. Thanks to you guys. And yeah, have a great evening, day, or whatever it is, wherever you are. And I hope to see you all next time on this channel. Goodbye, guys. Or on someone else's channel, of course. I'll be hanging around in the chats. See you guys later.
Disgusting.